Good evening and welcome to Jamie TV live, 100% live on YouTube. Let me just turn up my microphone. It looks like it could do with being a little bit on the louder side. All right, so yeah, welcome to Jamie TV, where we are asking ourselves the question, what the hell is cyber metal anyway? In this case, in the case of this track, brutal cyber death metal. I can't even say it. So define it is probably beyond me. I'm just making it up as I go along. Welcome to the chat, Mateus. Thanks for being here. Hi, Audible. Welcome. Right. So, I started with the usual playthrough. It might sound like I've not done a ton since last stream, but actually, I've done quite a bit. What I've done is because I'm making it up as I go along, right? So the guitar parts I was kind of writing in a very sketchy pattern, putting a bit down and then doing something else and then coming back to it, and the input level on the audio interface changes, and so quite a lot of it I've redone, done it a bit tidier, done it a bit more accurate, and I've double tracked a lot of it as well. In particular, this end piece. This clean bit of guitar here. You'll hear I've played exactly the same thing left and right, and as usual, I've not timed it. I've just gone for it a few times till I've got a good performance, and then left it just human, because when you time it, it just makes it sound like one guitar, and it doesn't sound big anymore. And actually, those slight flaws are kind of covered up to some extent by it being double tracked anyway. Have I worked on the drums? A little bit. There are a few little extra bits of drums. Yes, there are. Particularly in this section here. Which I'm quite keen on. That section, I'm not sure what else goes with it, actually. I really like it, but I'm not sure what other layers are going to go on that. One thing I did change was the lead part. When I say lead part, it's kind of like a lead riff, I guess. If I start it from here, and I'll go to this view over here. Let's just solo the two lead parts. So it's the same riff as I had before, but there was something I wasn't keen on about it, and I wasn't sure what it was, and I realised it's just the notes are all there's no bends, there's no vibrato, so I've redone it and added some of that in, and it's now double tracked. There's a take each side. The noise gate's kicking in a bit hard there, but yeah, I'm not worried for now. I'll deal with all that stuff later. It's about getting the right takes down now. And then same thing with the harmony. Redid that because that then needed the bend in it, and I double tracked that as well. Right, so there's that. The track still hasn't got any bass guitar in it. I thought I'd wait until I got quite a lot of it down before I put the bass down, and but now I'm kind of itching to get some bass guitar down. Now, what I thought I'd start with today, if it's okay with you guys, is this new bit that I put at the end, the clean guitar part here. They both sound slightly loud, actually. Let's just knock those down a little bit. Right, so I thought the choir part could come back in just there, and just some nice block choir chords behind that guitar part, just as a starting point, Again, this section, I'm not sure exactly what else happens here. I don't know whether we go clean, and then so far into it, the dirty guitars start to come back in again. And at the end of this section, I don't know whether we maybe go back to the main melody, the bit that's now got the bends in it. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. So if I go and arm the cinematic, oh, it is armed. There we are. Right, what octave would it be? Oh, and by the way, before I forget, I'm keeping tonight's stream to an hour. I'm not going beyond an hour because Jade Star is on after me. So I've started at 8 o'clock UK time. Jade's on at 9. So, and I've set up a dump for you so you can go straight to her stream, which you should check out because she's amazing. Let's have a little play along and see what octave I should be on. Not sure. I kind of like both. Maybe it could climb. Maybe I'll put it down on this octave and we'll make it climb by manipulating the MIDI afterwards. That might be an idea. I think we'll put that down. Now I can't promise what that I can remember what the chords are, but that's a thought, actually. Hang on, we've got this. Then we've got this. Then there. And there. Then I do that again. Then it will be this once. No, it'll be that once. Then this one. I think. Let's find out. How loud do I need the metronome to be? That's okay. I'll go with that. Now just make sure I've not got anything else armed for recording because I've done quite a lot of tracks today, manipulating bits and bobs, so we don't want any unnecessary accidents, do we? Right, let's have a go for this. Okay, it was something like right. There were a couple of bits that I wasn't completely happy with, but never mind. I don't profess to be a great keyboard player, and it's MIDI, so now we can go and arse about with it. Yes, nice purple sponge on the microphone. Yes. Well, you know, it's funny. I got this ages ago. It's funny because I was. When I'd first started live streaming, you know, I was watching my videos back to be super critical of myself and pick spots off myself and, you know, make note of things I needed to improve. And one of the things I noticed was that the mic looked really boring. And I thought I could brighten that up with a, you know, a nice thingy. And so I went on eBay to try and order a thingy. I thought I'll get a brightly coloured one. What about purple? I like purple. So I couldn't get a purple one on its own. I could only get a purple one in a massive pack of like loads of multicoloured foam mic covers. But they were like mega cheap. They're actually cheaper to order like a million of them from China than like one from somewhere in the UK, sadly. So somewhere in this studio, I have an enormous bag of these in all different colours. You needed to know that, didn't you? Right, so now these cords I want to snap to a bar, and while we're at it, we may as well snap the ends as well. Yeah, we'll quantize that. Right, yeah, this is the thing I wasn't happy with. In places, I stopped playing the chord and then pressed the next chord, and some of the notes were common, and I could have just held those notes. And I think that sounds really nice for a choir part, so I'll go in and adjust that in a moment. Let's just even out these volumes, and then let's see what we can do here. So that one there. Don't do that. Oh, do you know? I could just do this, right? And then here. Same thing. Same problem. Okay, and then again here. Right, that's it. I don't think there are any more. Let's just trim this MIDI a bit. Oh, actually, I think I just spotted one. There. Right, yeah, okay, they're all done. So, I'll go and trim my MIDI a bit. Make it look nice and tidy. Right, now, let's just have a listen to that as it is. I think I'll loop this. There we are. Hi, Leela. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Right. Okay. I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go into that MIDI, and I think I'm going to start to move some of the notes up gradually. Let's hear this. See if we can make this choir climb an octave by the end of this section. So maybe. Right. What if I move? I'll move these two up. Transpose those up an octave. There, we've got a nice climb going on. Let's listen to that. That's nice. It's like a continuous climb. So then from here, let's move all of this up an octave. And maybe we'll try. this one up as well. Let's see if that's enough. All right, I like that. It more or less all the way through continues to climb and climb and climb. I like that. Hey Jade, thanks for joining us. Okay, now, have I got any other ideas for this particular section? Honestly, not really. If you have any great inspirations, throw them in the chat. I'm wondering about in this section actually whether to maybe have, instead of having real drums here, have some very synthetic sounding drums, not just like one of my 80s drum machines, but something really a bit mad sounding. Maybe something like very bit crushed or something. I think that could work. Right. Now, at this point, I think what I'm going to do is just have a little listen through the other synths that I have in this project and see if any of those that we used earlier on are appropriate to bring back in this section. Hey Semtex, slightly late young fella, but thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Cyberdrums, dude. Yeah, you had to sleep the pizza off. Well, I think I'm having a takeaway for my dinner when I finish this, but I don't actually know. It's just I noticed earlier Freddie had a McDonald's. Usually when Freddie has a McDonald's earlier on, then we get takeaway a bit later. So I'm crossing my fingers for a kebab, I think. Fancy a kebab tonight. Oh yeah, right, that's what I was doing. You see, I got distracted by kebabs. Right, so that one's the bass, right? Let's just switch off the choir for now. Ooh. Actually, that's got quite a nice sustain to it. I didn't realise that. I thought it was just a nice short. That's the bass I used in the intro for the that thing. Okay, that could possibly work somewhere. Okay, right. Then we've got the other choir, which is the staccato one. Which is not that one. I selected the wrong one because I'm a stupid hippie. This one. Yeah, maybe not. I'm not feeling that one. Okay, then we've got DRC, which I froze. What sound was that? So let's just have a quick listen. Right, okay. I don't think we need that sound at this point. Then we've got pure acid. We know what that is. And then there's this sound. Which is marvellous. I like that. I mean, I would like to include that again. Then we've got, what is this one? I'm unsure. Oh yeah, right, so that's that bit of lead. And then we've got the Magellan sound. That could possibly add a little extra depth to it. Okay, look at all these lovely guitars down here. And I've not even got a bass in there yet. Or the lead guitar. I've not done the solo yet. Got to get on that. So, right. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my bass out. And I'm going to use my 5-string because I've got those 7-string riffs and I'm going to need to get down to that low A. So, can I turn round here? I've got my foot stuck under my chair. Okay, bass guitar. Right. Just pull this across a bit, try and get comfy. And there we are. I mean, really, I suppose I ought to go back to the start of the track and record bass. What's this like on my interface? It's okay. I suppose really I had to go back to the start of the track and just start recording bass from there, but kind of fancy a bit of a tinker with this section here, actually. Of course, I've got that bit with the outside note in it. I've got the G sharp I've got to bear in mind. Alright, okay, well, I think something like that might be okay, because, it's a very, it's a very kind of, it's a very intense track, right? So a nice section like this, and then maybe, come back in with the killer riff before we end. Idea. To make the bass, or the drums if you want, a cyber, put a ring modulator on it for the extra overtones and metallic sounds. Yes, I think I will probably do that with the drums. I think that's an awesome idea. Which drums to use, I wonder? I want to slide into that D. I need a note that follows that G sharp nicely, because it's kind of... I remembered to hit it then, but follow it. Maybe. Okay, I think I've got some nice stuff there. So I'm going to quickly check my tuning and then maybe I can get something down. Ooh. How low is that? This, by the way, is a Fret King Perception bass. Now, if I still had the camera that I used to have over there, I would be able to flip over to a shot where the whole bass is in shot. But that camera over there was my old iPhone 8 Plus, and bloody Freddie wanted a phone for his birthday. So I thought, well, you know, he's 10, he's not going to use it, you know. And so I gave him that phone, and he doesn't use it. And I haven't got a camera for over there yet. I'm going to slide into that D. Can be an unfortunate way to phrase things. Into that D. That's not something we say in a rude way in the UK, you know. You dirty-minded buffoon, honestly. Right. Let's just have a little take here and see if I can get a bit of something down to build on. I liked the first bit. The second bit was rubbish, but I didn't press record anyway. Now, for some bizarre reason, I've switched off the metronome. What a twat. I think that was quite decent up to there. Let me just have a listen. Yeah, I kind of like that up until that bit that was shit. You're just being filthy. as Audible says, C is offensive, G is scandalous, D is nothing. It's note. You're just being silly. I wonder if I could get a nice bend in there. Now that could be rude. Once it arrives at that G sharp there, I feel like I don't know what to do. Oh dear, Semtex. Really? Does that bit work well? Let's just bring in those kind of lead-in notes there. Right, okay, I like that bit. I'm not saying it doesn't need re-recording, but I like the bit. So let's see if I can come up with something that works with this. What's in the chord? It's got a G sharp, it's got an A, B, D, G sharp and an E in it. There should be plenty of notes to work with. I've got a melody in my head. Basically a backwards arpeggio. Maybe it needs that now. Let's have a look. I think we're right first time. All right, Ed. I mean, that G sharp, it sounds kind of nasty, but it's kind of supposed to. Now, if I knew what the rest of the music was doing, I'd have an idea, wouldn't I? What am I complimenting? What am I working with? What if I repeat the arpeggio? What if I add another note to it? What am I doing? I'm going G sharp, E, D, A, G sharp. Okay. I think it sounds alright like that. Just leave it on that. It is sounding a bit prog, isn't it? I have a funny relationship with prog, me. I kind of like the idea of prog, but I have a terrible attention span. So, like, really, really good prog, yeah, love it. But a lot of it, I just, yeah, nano prog, that's the thing for me. Really short progressive music. Yes, that's it. Yeah. And what happens after that, I have no idea. Let's just nip that up. Now, I was talking to someone on the one of the Cubasis groups on Facebook, who I know is watching some of my videos. Might not be watching this live, but if you're watching this later, dude, and sorry I can't remember your name, just notice what I just did with the fades there. You've got to nip up the end of your audio with little fades. Don't have to be big fades. You know, solo them. Just play them. Make sure you've got no clicks. If you've got a click, turn metronome off, that might help. And if you've got a click, just move it along a little bit. Just pissy pants around with it, and you'll find a place where there's no click. Yeah, you know what? I could do this on fretless. That might be a nice idea. I mean, the rest of the song's not going to be on fretless. But I mean, it's not written for performing live or anything. It doesn't matter if I change basses halfway through, does it? Double neck. I just found an excuse to own a double neck. I need a double neck that's a 5-string and a fretless. That would be cool. I probably won't be able to carry it, but I probably need like somebody to hold the necks for me. Anyway, right, okay, so that I kind of like. Now let's just nip back to the beginning. We'll have a listen and see what it needs bass-wise. Where's the beginning? Right here. Okay, let's just play it from there. Take the mutes off. Right, okay, there. So, where that riff comes in there, okay, so we've got the main riff that's doing the little, the tune, but the big guitars behind it are just playing big chords, just like holding them on for a full bar. What's happened to side cam? Do you know, it's such a twat, this phone. Wake up, you. It's because it's an Android. Let's put it back. There, that should work. Stupid thing. There we are. Right. Tell the wife it's a Patreon request. I could just imagine that. When I go in the house tonight for my kebab, hopefully. Donna, you get me a kebab? Yeah. Thanks so much for that. Need a double neck, a 5-string and a fretless. Probably be, about $3,000. Is that okay? Imagine what she's going to say. Now, hang on. What is that first chord there? It's a B. Okay, let's just be sure what we're working with here. And then here, right. Okay, so is it going to be best here if I go like this? I might as well play from the start anyway. I'm going to need the thing. Or like... Hey, Grant. Nice to see you, dude. Nice to see you here. So I don't know whether to pump it or just ring it. Right? Now, you should have some fun with that. Right. Let's just check that tuning. Yeah, I thought it was a bit. Let's fret it. Yeah. The tuner's struggling a little bit with the super low notes, but it's not bad for free. That's better. Right. Okay. I'm going to try both things. And then we'll either keep that or we'll choose between. I'm going to need my metronome, aren't I? Where's it coming? Comes in there. Okay. And I still forgot to try both things, didn't I? Okay, well, I've had a test run now. Let's see if I can do it properly. No wonder I screwed up. I switched the metronome off. I sort of managed to come in more or less in time there. It's a bit difficult because it comes in on a ad hoc timing anyway. He said, making excuses for himself, and then it picks up proper timing as from bar 21. Okay, so let me know what you thought, because I was thinking I could either just sustain big notes for the first 4 bars, or I could pump the notes and then I thought, well, maybe I could do both because it's another build. Right, see what you think. Actually, let me just trim this bit off here where I was carrying on playing the same riff, and it changes. Right. Right, I think that's all right up to there. And no one in the chat's saying it's shit, so I'm gonna take it that it's all right. So this next bit, goes a bit random. And I'm wondering, what about a bit of slap there? So what's the riff? What's the riff there? A little bit of MIDI panic there. Okay, so I can't remember the riff. Let's just have a listen to the guitar soloed. And I'll need the bass soloed so I can hear what I'm doing. Right, okay. So, if it went something like... then where would that... more convenient place? God, it's hard slapping on a 5-string. Should that be a pop or a slap? Oh, that's good. Right, okay. I think I'll leave that last bit for the acid synth takeover. Right, now. I know what I'm playing. I don't know if I've got time to do it, but I know what I'm supposed to be playing. But can I play it? Yeah, it's going to have to be there. Okay. I'm playing it backwards. Just that last note. I mean, it's a bit rough anyway, but you know, just that last note. Let's put that in because I need to finish shortly. Right, I'll just chuck that in there. It's going to need re-recording anyway, but just as a reference for when I've got time to just come and put that riff down. Right. Your brains always want to go faster than your fingers can follow. Playing bass fast is tricky. I can play bass faster than I can play guitar. It's just what you do a lot, that's all. But I do use a lot of tricks, if I'm honest. If I have to play something where I have to pick every single note, that's a challenge. And actually, the Saxon thing is more of a challenge to me than most things that I do. And that might sound surprising because a lot of the Saxon riffs are very, very rudimentary. They're very straightforward. But it's constant. It's driving and it's constant. And you've got to dig in every note. And although there's no fancy stuff in it whatsoever, it's stamina. Just keeping it really on point for the whole gig is more demanding than the other bands that I do, where I play lots of fancy pissing about shit, you know, lots of pissy panting about lines. Yeah, it really is. It's just what you do a lot. I use a lot of hammer-ons. I use a lot of slides to make stuff look a lot flashier and sound a lot more difficult than it actually is. Right, okay, so I'm running out of time. I've only got a couple of minutes. I'm going to play you out with a bit of this track. I'm not going to start it from the beginning. I'm going to start it from where I started putting bass in. That's what I'll do. Because Jade is on in a couple of minutes. I've set up a dump. Go and watch Jade because Jade is utterly awesome. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm really, really enjoying this track. I'm really liking how it's going. And I really, really appreciate you joining me. Please join me next week. And if you haven't signed up for my Patreon account, it's been loads of fun recently. The streams, I just finished a disco track on there. And I've put it to my patrons, what track do you want me to work on next? Because every Friday lunchtime, I just go on my Patreon account and I stream and I make music, and the patrons choose what kind of a piece of music I'm going to be working on, and they're currently choosing, and there's been a few. All the suggestions are mental, but the most popular one at the moment is for me to make a Christmas song. So please, if you haven't joined my Patreon, join it and vote for anything but Christmas song. Save me, please. Thanks for being here today. I'll see you later.